Hi guys, welcome back to another Daily Tarot card. These are your Daily Tarot cards for Tuesday, April the 12th, 2022. Today we're pulling from the AE Weight Tarot cards. So we're starting off with the Page of Pentacles. So for some of us, this is going to be a message that grounds us, and some of us, this is going to be a message of abundance coming in. We definitely get knockings of that with the Nine of Cups. With no harm to none, and so it is, because one thing me and my girlfriend were talking about over the weekend is manifestations and religion and everything else. But we were talking about, manifestations, and, sometimes it comes in the way that we don't expect. And one thing that really resonated with me was the fact that I was getting ready to do this, and, they're singing the Rolling Stones song, "You always don't get what you want, but you get what you need." So, in some scenarios, it's like, we manifest money and it comes in a way, that we didn't expect, but it's still an answered prayer because you're getting the finances that you asked for, One thing was I had a crush on someone years ago, and I didn't realize that they were a heavy drinker at all. I had no idea until someone had sat there and tagged them in a photo and said belligerently drunk. It was something along those lines. And he looked annihilated, like, honestly. And I was just like, God's rejection is his protection. There was a reason why things weren't lining up for us, and it's just like, now I could see. That song, once I was blind, but now I see. You know what I mean? Because you don't have all the facts. Isn't that exactly what the new moon was talking about? We don't have all the facts in a situation. So I feel like, when sometimes we want things to happen, it's just like you don't know the whole picture. Either they have something better in store for you, or they're just like, do not pick that up. We don't want this to be a hardship you have to learn. So with the Page of Pentacles are always earthbound symbols and represents practical matters, finance, and worth ethic. They can also represent paperwork and messages, and sometimes even higher statuses of consciousness. Pages are bearers of news and deliveries. So a Page of Pentacles arrives in your day, bringing within the message that news regarding your question is on its way to you in 3 weeks' time. So May 1st, around that date. Don't so be like, oh, it has to be exactly on that date. Spirit tells me dates all the time. I write them down and I put a question mark. And 99.9% of the time, it's like a day off, honestly. It's knockings right around that date. There is more. This is a more serious page with a quest with higher learning and exploration of the higher consciousness. These are the themes that may appear in your day when the page does. So we're talking about paperwork. We definitely get knockings of engagements and marriages. So like a verbal contract. We've been getting that for a while. A verbal contract turns into an actual legal document. So it looks like a job. That I guess you're on probation or something like that, and this ends up being like a permanent placement. I guess they'll offer you a contract, and then you end up signing the contract, and you end up getting a permanent placement for some of us. So we're going on to the Devil, but Devil in reverse. So we've learned a hard lesson here. We're allowing that shadow side to leave us. So with this Devil in reverse, person, place, or thing. So what they were highlighting was with Oprah, when she sat there and said when she was 14, she found herself pregnant. She was not attached to the child, and unfortunately the child passed while she was still carrying him. And she's like, I didn't feel anything because I wasn't attached to the child. And she's like, I can understand where parents, sit there and they're not attached to their child. So in this scenario, what they're showing is that, we're sitting there and it's like we are longing for that love because, you have that bond, you have that connection, and unfortunately, sometimes that connection is stronger on one side than the other, Unfortunately, there are situations, even though we're told that, when you give birth to children, that's your child and you should love them unconditionally, and I feel like this is where Spirit is highlighting, like, count on them. They will never let you down. They will not lie, cheat, or steal from you. You may not get what you want when you manifest, like, oh, I want to win the lottery. Well, unfortunately, that's not in the cards for you. So you're going to get financial endeavors, but in a different way. Maybe it's a second job. Maybe it's a better job. Maybe you win like $10, but it's not in such a way where it's this huge endeavor. It's just not in the cards for you. It was never aligned for you. but you're always taken care of. They always sit there and somehow put money in your path. Just not the huge amount you were expecting. But in this case, they're saying, like, in a parent where it's just like you keep on trying to gain their love. You're starving for their love, and they keep pushing you back. They're saying it's costing you a pound of flesh. So we got a lot of water in this guy. Deborah Silverman was talking about this for her forecast and projections. Double Pisces and Cancer. So Pisces is that deep thinker. Cancer is our emotional creature, And it's just like, maybe you just need a good cry, But some of this is the realization. It's like, why am I sitting there? You're the Queen of Cups. You're the Empress, where you're that nurturer. You fill everybody else's cup, and you're just like, ringing your cup. Like, how come no one's filling my cup? And it's that realization. Why am I chasing? I don't chase, I attract. That's the first thing you got to tell yourself. Why am I wanting to have someone in my life? Why am I starving for this person to be in my life that doesn't want to be in my life? It's hurtful. Because one of the things that drew me to the Hebrew faith is this one prayer that we say before we do the Yishma, is where they talk about the understanding of that prayer, and it's sung in such just the violin and everything. Oh my word, I could go on about it. But they were saying to understand this is expressing the unconditional love between a child and a parent. And they said that is the love that God has for you. So if you're someone that is a deep care helicopter parent, that always wants the best for their child, and you would sit there, you're putting yourself in front of your children's path so they don't, before they even arrive there, like, you're already dealing with it, to prevent certain situations. This is what they're talking about. Sometimes our kids don't do everything that we want them to do. We don't like them in that moment, but we still love them. And, once we get over those emotions, it's like we teach them that teachable moment so they can grow and learn and not have to repeat the cycle again. So that's where we talk about unconditional love. And I feel like this is where, with the new moon forecast, where you have the moon blowing, like, or filling your cup. It's like this magical mist that was going into your cup. It's like, we fill your cup. The universe fills your cup. You will not get fulfilled from your mortals. They'll never do that for you. This is the pattern that you've come into in this time, where you've been in relationships where it's always one-sided. You're always the giver, they're always the taker. And it's like you always are that person that wants to see everybody happy before you can be happy. Your happiness is their happiness, And I feel like this is where the universe is like, this is why we bless your hands, because we know you bless many others. We know you're very selfless, that you sit there and bless many others. So this is where, universe is like, always come to us first. Always put us first, whomever you believe in. Creator, divine, universe, God, Gaia, whomever you believe in, this is what they're saying. Come and put me first, and I will always fill your cup. This is the realization. Stop sitting there and exhausting yourself and wasting your time with people you shouldn't be. And this deep healing takes place. 10 of Swords. It's all falling out of your back. Because you realize it's like, I'm putting so much energy, into this person, trying to make them love me. And you shouldn't have to make anyone love you. A person I went to school with, her mom said, they should be your friend because of who you are, not what you could do for them. You know what I mean? So it's just like, that's what should be in every single relationship you come into in life. It doesn't cost you anything to be a good person. But when someone is like they said, a pound of flesh, where it hurts you that emotionally deeply because they want to manipulate you, well, how far can I push them? Because they're starving for my love. Even though I don't love them, I'll just pretend like I do, because I know they'll sit there and they'll do everything that I want and need. And you know what I mean? Who cares? I get something out of them. Oh, well, what's the big deal? I have to give them a hug, tell them I love them. Who cares? Those are just words. That's just an action. They don't care. This is why Spirit is saying with the 10 of Cups, they're like, you already have the love that you're seeking from this toxic person. This toxic situation. You already have it present in your life. Your children, your faith, your friends, the people that you've made your tribe. They may not be blood related to you, but they will cross hell and high water for you. So it's just make that realization that will set you free. The 10 of Cups signifies happy times and a happy couple. If you're worried about love when you see this card, don't be. You have everything your heart desires, or you soon very will. There is great joy ahead. All the people you want to be around you to celebrate. This card represents a completed cycle. You may be moving to the next level in your relationship. Getting married or attending a wedding or becoming involved in something will bring you sure joy and bliss. Don't question it. Enjoy it. This is what you worked for. This is what you were striving for. You want, that unconditional love that you've been seeking is already around you, or it's about to come into your life. And I feel like, maybe this is this awakening, where they were highlighting on Friday's cards, is this, leveling up for some people, is that realization to set you free. The truth will set you free. That, these people don't love you the way that you want them to love you. So, stop wasting your energy. Stop wasting your time. This will bring order and structure into your life with the Emperor. Embrace that fire energy, bravery, courage, strength, and resilience to stand up for yourself and be like, you know what? You don't have to say anything to them. It's just like, unfortunately we were just, you were a vessel that, gave birth to me, and that's all it is. Respect each other. Don't, you know what I mean? But, build your own life. And those people that love you unconditionally, all that love you gave to that person, give to them. They're deserving. When the emperor symbolizes the number 4, representing order and structure in life. He also represents zodiac sign Aries. It could represent an Aries in your life when you see this card in a reading. This is a card that suggests that you're about to realize your goals as well in the process of starting something wonderful in that regard today. When it says its connection to Aries, it also signifies a form of leadership could enter the situation. This could mean you are required to take the lead and control in an issue. A connection to authority may be important today in your day. You could also simply need the advice of your dad or simply a father figure. You may have a contractor or even a real estate agent visit the house today to start a big project or give you a quote. It's a great day to do so when the Emperor appears. New opportunities have their way of finding themselves in your path today. Seize the day and build something wonderful with it. And I feel like this is a brand new beginning for you, because it's just like we're giving you the opportunity of order and structure in your life, a rebirth. We get that with the 9 of Pentacles. So, they're sitting there saying this is an opportunity to change things. Why do we keep repeating cycles over and over again? The definition of insanity. So why don't we sit there and get off this crazy train and, start a new path? Start a new endeavor. Self-love. Put ourselves first. When the 9 of Pentacles appears, it's a card that promises success and wish fulfillment. All of the hard work you've been putting towards your goals is about to be accomplished. You're very near the end of a cycle, and success is yours to be had. Affluence and wealth are the literal symbols of this card. However, this also symbolizes rich affluence and wealth in an emotional or spiritual area of your life. As this woman is on the heavier side, sometimes this card means a pregnancy is around you, or maybe even you. Sometimes this card also signifies travel, or you may mean to travel or about to travel to experience the rewards of your hard work and efforts. So it looks like, I guess maybe this is like dating. I know someone that, I don't do online dating because I've never been successful with it. But she said that I guess they Zoom, just I guess so they make sure they're not getting catfished or whatever. So they're showing that this could be that, if you are dating, that you meet each other. It looks like you guys have Zoomed with one another, but it's like that face-to-face interaction to make sure. I feel like you guys have chemistry, but you know what I mean? You want to make sure that chemistry is actually real. It's easy to build up this fantasy of who people are and what they'll be like in your head, and then when you actually meet them face-to-face, is that chemistry still there? Is it more potent? So I feel like this is where that interaction, this travel is coming in, where you travel to meet each other. It looks like you're meeting each other halfway somewhere. So we have the 9 of Cups finishing us off. So we're planning for the future. The future is lining up nicely. And this is where I feel like Spirit is like, quit the definition of insanity here. Stop allowing people to harm you. Cut these chains that bind to people, costing you a pound of flesh emotionally. Only then can this healing take place. This is one of the most positive cards in your reading. You're almost at your desired state of bliss. You have just a little longer to go. If this card appears in a money spread, your ship is about to come in with no harm to none, and so it is. So we were talking about manifestations and wording. And if it appears in a love spread, know the feelings you have for someone else are reciprocated. You're about to have those feelings validated in real time very soon. So I feel like that's what that 3 weeks time is. That someone is going to proclaim their love, profess their love to you. So, in this case, it may not be reciprocated. You know what I mean? Like maybe you don't know them well enough, or, I feel like it's just like you don't know them well enough. Like you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe they've done their own research. I have no idea. But there's nothing wrong if you don't feel those feelings if it's not reciprocated. Just say it in a way that's nice. Don't be it doesn't cost you nothing to be nice. Don't be nasty. You know, you don't have to be mean about it.